This might be one of my favorite builds that we have currently in the Heresy season. Or episode, whatever the fuck you want to call it. This build purely runs off of the fact of getting bolt charges as fast as possible and making that your main DPS option if you wanted to do it. I've seen people one-phase bosses with it. If you don't know by now, Titans have become probably the best DPS so far. And it's not even a competition. It's by a long shot at this point. So with the new Storm's Keep aspect and the new thing they added in the game, bolt charges, which is like when you get 10 stacks of bolt charge, it summons down a lightning fucking attack, which just completely obliterates ads, and it does a good chunk of damage to bosses. So with this build, this is going to maximize getting these bolt charges as fast as possible, even faster than using something like Thunderlord along with it. So what you need is this is one of the main things you need. While amplified, effects are increased and you gain increased stacks of bolt charges from all sources. This helps generate it faster. I've been using Ballistic Slam, I don't know why, but Thunderclap is definitely the way to swap it, so I need to swap it to that. So I have that. All these pretty much here are interchangeable. This is just a backup so I can get amplified just in case if I'm not amplified yet, and then this will go into this and I'll add on to it. So normally with people, when I've been seeing people use this build, they mainly only use Le Monarch, but I have been adding in using also rockets. This is also what people use too. They mainly interchange and use just both of these by themselves, but what I do, so essentially what I do is I hit it with the sidearm, whatever enemy, boss, or whatever I'm facing, hit with the Le Monarch as a charge shot. It'll start doing the tick damage, and then once I hit it with either a grenade, my bolt charges by that point will be fully there, and then I'll throw down my shield. It'll launch the rockets, give me the max damage I need, and then by the time I shoot and hit this, I'll have my 30%. So then I just repeat the process of shooting this, and then this. And every time I hit this, I'll basically have a bolt charge ready for every time I shoot this rocket again, almost every time. That is not bad. So for the artifact perks you need to make this build as good as it can possibly be. So first off, you're starting with this right here. Volatile Marksman, Rapid Void Precision Hits, that's mainly what you're going to be focusing on, will grant you volatile rounds and volatile detonations while you have the boost on from having the Tome of Want active for this episode. This is what makes you being able to spam your barricade as much as possible to get those rockets off with that chest piece. Flash over, this mainly helps for bolt charges. When you gain maximum bolt charge, you also become amplified. Lightning bolts deal more damage. This is essential. You need this to make the lightning bolts better than they need to be. And then lastly, I would do this to give passive healing. Since you're not going to be playing a healing class or anything, there's no way to heal really on Titan, especially Arc Titan, without getting punches and getting knockout, or if you have Devour or something on. Every time you trigger an Arc Bolt, which is going to be every basically 2 hits of Le Monarch, it'll jolt that target and it heals you on top of it, and it just makes it that much more insane. That essentially is the breakdown of the build. GMs are going to be a flyby this season with this build. Get this leveled up, get this build set and ready for GMs, and you're going to fly by it easily.